We're live. Okay. Hey guys, let me know in the chat if you can see us, okay? Because I'm not 100% sure that it worked. I'm going to be checking on YouTube, but just drop a comment really quick if you see us live, okay? It says upcoming on YouTube. If I click it, are we there? Yes, we are. We are live. Okay, awesome. So, guys, thanks for watching. Building bridges. This show is about bridging communities. And one thing that I've definitely noticed is something that I knew was going to happen is that it's been really difficult, even with people who I had existing relationships with, because of the show and my affiliation with Hex. It's actually been even more challenging than I had anticipated. But today, my guest is my mom, who's in town because I'm moving this week, and she wants to help me, which is awesome because the last 2 times I've moved, I've done it alone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this is my mom.
Hi, everybody.
And I think I said that we are going to talk about crypto and community bridging, and then we're going to open it up and let you guys ask some questions. But so first, I'll ask my mom some questions, some of which I already know the answer to.
Right.
Mom, how did you get into crypto?
Well, it was 2017, just before the huge spike. And I remember.
So it was early 2017?
It was, I want to say it was like March of 2017. Yeah. And what I remember is that you either texted me or called me or something and said you had something really important to talk to me about. And I could just hear in your voice how excited you were. And so we had the conversation mostly about Ethereum, right? Because that was your favorite at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think Ethereum was like $10 or $11 at the time. And I went in, I think I bought I don't know.
Don't tell them how much.
Yes, I bought a small amount of Ethereum. Of course, I later wished that I had bought a lot more. But anyway, I bought a small amount. And then I just kept adding to it. And then all of a sudden, it just started skyrocketing. And the great thing is that I remember is that we sold a bunch of it at $800.
You sold a bunch of it.
I sold. I'm me and my mom who also invested. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, I got my grandma into crypto.
Yes, it's true. You've gotten a lot of people into crypto.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I cashed out quite a bit of it at about $800. And then it just kept going up. And I wished I had cashed the rest of it out when it hit around whatever the peak was, $1,200, I think, in early 18.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't, and I watched it just fall. But the way that you spoke about Ethereum and about crypto in general, this girl knows what she's talking about.
Sometimes.
It was just, I could tell that you were not only excited about it, but you had done so much research and you knew that this was the money of the future. And so it was like, I couldn't not invest. I had invested in so many things before. I lost a bunch of money in the stock market. I lost, money doing other, small investments, and crypto has been kind of a savior for me, to be honest. It really has. It has
paid for my little sister's wedding.
It did. It paid for my part of her wedding. Mm-hmm. It's paid for a lot of things. And so I'm very, very grateful that I invested at the time and that this girl over here told me about it.
So since you got into crypto and since, you were kind of going off of my research, you've really broadened your horizons. You get information that I don't even know anything about now.
Right.
So what do you do to research, to determine, what you want to invest in next?
There are a couple specific people that there are about 3 or 4 actually that I listen to on YouTube, besides you, obviously. And when they come in with a suggestion, or not, they don't do price predictions so much as they do just a ton of research behind utility and the blockchain. They just do so much, and they have so many followers, and their followers praise them like crazy. So I tested out that my theory of using these people's ideas on a couple of coins, and I got really lucky. I invested very early in can I say which one? Okay. I invested very early in Theta, which is doing great, and just recently obtained their second U.S. patent. I think that their utility is amazing and is going to continue to just go off the rails because of what they are. I really like Hex because you told me about it.
So actually, yeah, that's what I want to ask you. So you listen to some crypto YouTubers and often take their suggestions.
Right.
And, most crypto YouTubers were really anti-Hex. So actually, like, me convincing you to buy Hex wasn't easy. Like, it wasn't easy. And because you had to not only say, like, it wasn't just like was with Ethereum where you were like, okay, I'm going to listen to you because I don't know anything about this. It was like, I'm going to go against what everyone else who I listen to has been saying. So like, what was that like? How did you make that decision? And then like, did you, watch any of the Hex YouTubers or any of Richard's streams?
I did. I actually, Richard's streams are so long that I only watched, a few minutes here and there of it. But yeah, there were both of the two primary guys that I listened to. They were like, no, Hex doesn't even can't even show their market cap.
So who are those guys? Just out of curiosity. Yeah.
Okay. So Chico Crypto, who I have taken advice from. I took advice from him on Chainlink early and have done very well on that. So, and a couple of others. And then the other one is, his name is Guy, and I can't remember his channel name. It's called, Coin Bureau.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And he does a lot of very thorough research as well. Doesn't seem to plug any particular crypto, but just tells you what he's found. And he's the one that pointed me to Theta and also to Graph, which I got in on early. So those are the main two.
Okay.
And then of course, I always want to know what's going on with XRP given the lawsuit and all that stuff, because I do hold quite a bit of XRP still.
Do you still? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We're not going to get into that.
Okay.
All right. So when you were doing some research on Hex, do you know by any chance who some of the Hex YouTubers or, social media influencers who you looked into?
Well, I watched, mostly I listened to you and watched Richard and,
and then you read my the layperson's guide to the Hex smart contract.
Definitely. Although I didn't understand all of it. I had a little bit of extra money at the time, so I went ahead and bought almost 2 million Hex. Oh, I'm not supposed to.
You should never let anybody know how much crypto you're holding.
Well, I've sold it since.
Okay.
No. Anyway, but it was under a penny at the time. So,
okay.
Anyway, I like what Richard has to say about Hex. He talks about it being a CD, basically, and that's what it is. You just have to stay on top of it and know when to unstake, and it's really pretty simple though. It's really pretty straightforward.
In fact, I think that it's cool because you don't, unlike other cryptos, you don't really have to, if you have it staked specifically long term, you don't really have to stay on top of it, because if it's, staked for 2 years, you're not going to
Right.
unstake it and lose your principal.
Right.
So like, unlike other cryptos where maybe you want to know, hey, did it just spike in price? Because if it did, then I'm going to sell some, you know, because so like, I mean, that's kind of a unique feature. And then also that, you know, crypto's aim from the outset was to replace the banking system.
Yes.
And if you're going to replace the banking system, then you have to replace all of their products.
Right.
And banking's second largest product is time deposits. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that about Hex. I'll probably stake for a little bit longer next time. So
yeah, you've got a couple of stakes expiring. Did you know that someone had, how much was it? $1 billion in Hex staked from pre-launch phase that everyone was really nervous about earlier this month. Everyone was like, oh, what if that person sells and it just, you know, tanks the price? What happened to the money when it unstaked? He restaked it for 10 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I did not know. I did not realize that.
Yeah. Did my mom get in prior to big payday? Man, I tried. No, she didn't. She didn't. The influence from the other guys was just too strong. You know, she doesn't trust me.
No, that's ridiculous. I trust you implicitly.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So Theta has been your like really great return recently.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, you know, because you've done research about how negative a lot of crypto is on Hex.
Yeah.
Right? Like you've experienced it. I think once you sent me a text message that was like, someone needs to make a video about Hex's utility because people are saying that it has no, has no real function.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not doing well. And I took a screenshot of your text and posted it. And you know, of course, all the Hexagons loved it, and so yeah. So they're the Hexagons, yeah, you're a Hexagon, you are. So I don't remember what the next thing is. So what do you think? Why do you think that is? Why do you think it is that people dislike it so much without even really understanding it?
Yeah, I really don't know. It's you know, maybe it's because there's a question mark on market cap when you look at it on CoinGecko.
Yeah, that's a thing that that's a thing that the Hex community has been working really diligently to try to fix, because both CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko don't report the correct or accurate numbers for Hex, and they both say that it's because of the coin's low trading, like the volume and low liquidity. There is another aggregator site called Nomics that reports Hex at its correct place, which I don't know what that is right now. What kind of influencer am I if I couldn't convince my mom before big payday? Guys, I like, the kind who doesn't have hundreds of thousands of followers and, so
I have to think about it.
Yeah, and it's smart to be cautious with your money. I wouldn't want you to just buy something just because I said so, because what if it tanked and then you hate me?
Oh God. Yeah,
I would never want anyone to buy. I would never want anyone to buy something just because I said that they should.
No, of course. No, you have to do your own research.
Very
important.
Okay, so those two things, those aggregator websites not reporting the correct number, you think that those are really important. What do you think, do you have any ideas? So my show is about bridging communities, like talking to people from different crypto communities. And one thing that I've always said is that I don't try to convince people to buy Hex. All I really try to do is to convince people that it's possible that they didn't actually do research. They just listened to what other people were saying. And that because of that, they may have missed an incredible opportunity. All I try to do is to get people to admit that it's possible that the crypto media influenced them.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, and I don't know why that is. I don't have any idea why so many people would be against Hex, but it does appear to be turning around. Does it not?
Oh yeah, I would definitely say that the tide is turning.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, more people are coming around to it, and at least saying, "Hey," even if they're saying, "I would never buy it," or "I think that it's never gonna, not gonna work out."
Yeah.
That even like the actual outright calling it a scam has definitely slowed way down.
Yes.
And I think that most of the community would agree with that.
Would you?
That said, yeah, would you guys agree? Let us know. That said, it still is a problem. Like there have been like posts on Twitter, hey, we're looking for blockchain investigators, or we're looking for someone who does this or someone who does that. And people have tagged me, and I have a job now. But yeah, but before I did that, like a lot of times people would respond with really nasty things like, oh, yeah, hexagons are disqualified, or like, yeah, I have been excluded from work because I've, publicly supported Hex, which is strange. I mean, I can kind of understand with some people who have been like really maximal why they would be excluded. Like if you're maximal anything, then you should be excluded from a job that requires you to look at things with an open mind. Right. But I've never been a maximal anything.
I know. You're all over the place in crypto. Yeah, I don't know why people are like that. It's it's kind of like, it seems like the Bitcoin maximalists are the most shall we say, what's a good word? I don't know, rabid.
Religious.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't understand why they feel like Bitcoin is the only crypto that will survive. I don't get that. I mean, there's so many different cryptocurrencies that have different utilities, and I would think that Bitcoiners would want to support, all of them, or at least most of them.
So the viewpoint is generally that everything that isn't Bitcoin is stealing Bitcoin's market cap. So I'm not saying that I agree with it, but I'm just saying like that is the statement that I've heard. And hey, speaking of Bic zealots, yeah, RG, that's a great, Bitcoin maximalists are zealots. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. So speaking of Bitcoin maximalists, on last week's show that I was alone for, we were talking about a conversation that I had after going on Maddie Allen's show. So I went on Maddie Allen's Hex Therapy show, and if you haven't seen that, you have.
I've seen it. It was good.
Okay, wait, but no, that's not the one. It's actually was just last week.
Oh, okay. So I haven't seen that.
Okay, yeah, you should sometime watch it. It was like maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of positive feedback about that show. So, after going on that show, my friend, who is a very respected Bitcoin maximalist, watched it because he saw it on my feed, and I talked about him in the show. I was talking about like my Bitcoin maximalist friend and the terms and conditions of our friendship that we had set out when we started, because we were like, oh, let's try to make sure that we don't get into stupid fights about coins, and then so after watching the show, he called me and was like, that hit so hard, and like I think that you were so dead on right about like it's just so much, and I've been trying to convince him to come on this show, and so he was not available this week, and we're not 100% sure if he will be available next Saturday because he may have a family obligation. But so if he is not on next Saturday, he will be on 1 week from Saturday. Guys, we've got a Bitcoin maximalist coming on. That would be really fun, right? Yeah. So looking forward to that. Mark it in your calendars. We need to make some like marketing materials, which is good because I work for marketing. I'm a professional marketer.
Yep. That's true. Let's see these comments.
Yeah, Hex was marketed as a scam by people who didn't buy so we could create new whales.
I love it.
Yeah, anti-Hex fascists will never be able to explain themselves. The longer we go, the less truthful and increasingly irrelevant their attitudes will make them. Yes, I rebuilt a bridge.
No doubt.
Okay, so we've got like 10-ish minutes left. Okay. Do any of you guys have questions that you want to ask to me or my mom?
I could say some things.
Yeah. What do you want to say?
I love your hair today.
Thanks. I thought you liked it when I wear it straight, but it just doesn't.
Like it.
It just doesn't look good on the camera.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
I like it straight, but I like it curly too. And let's see the glasses.
I had them on, but I was looking at myself on the computer, and I'm like, I look weird.
No, you look great.
So why not? Why could you never do this with your mom, Cryptomatic? Nerd girl, you get it from your mama. I know. I've tweeted that before.
Get what from your mama?
I probably like my whole weirdness.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, she's weird. But I'm weirder.
True. Yeah. So my mom is fired. Thanks, guys. All right. So what do you want to say?
Thank you. What do I want to say? I want to say go Hex.
Go Hex.
Go Hex. Go ETH. I mean, go Theta.
Let's all go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's not like,
this is the year.
Yeah, this is the year. And like, I don't know. I always feel like even coins that I'm not holding, sometimes people get upset when coins that they're not holding pump. And I'm like, you know what? Good for the people who are holding them. They're not holding all the coins that I hold that are pumping. Like, like, let's go. Let's all go.
It is hard though. I know. Sometimes I look at the chart and I'm like, dang it, I was going to buy that one last week and I didn't, of course. But then I've got all these other ones that are doing so well. So, so I'm very happy.
So are all in my family into Hex? No, just my mom, actually. So my sister was really burned by crypto because I think she cashed out some of the Ethereum in 2017, 2018, but held on to a lot of it thinking that it would recover shorter term. And of course, we had a very long extended bull market. So so my sister... Bear market, yeah. So my sister is not really going to be into crypto at all.
Yeah, no, I think, you know what, she is a little bit still.
Is she? Okay.
Yeah, she and her husband have gotten into some of the smaller altcoins.
Okay, great.
As well. So.
Yeah. What else, guys? Anything? What's Nerd Mom's price prediction for Hex at the end of 2021?
Nerd Mom, I love it. That's great. I am certainly not qualified to give price predictions.
That's smart.
Yeah. And I'm not a financial advisor.
Right. Not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do your own research.
That's right. But I can tell you what I hope it'll be. I hope that Hex by the end of this year is $1.
I think we would all be really happy about
that. I think we would all be very, very happy. So fingers crossed, positive attitude, right? And keep going, Richard. You're doing great.
Maybe shorter live streams, or maybe like one of us needs to start like cutting up his live streams.
That's a great idea.
So, because this is the second time you mentioned it today, and then just a couple of nights ago, I was talking to a friend who bought Hex and was like, "I wish that Richard's live streams weren't 4 hours long."
Yeah. There's a lot. I'll look at them a lot of times and see that it's 3 or 4 hours, and I'm like, oh, I can't watch it that long. So I'll watch a few minutes sometimes, but I think a lot of people just probably pass them over because who has time to watch 4 hours on one subject?
Yeah, it's difficult. I've watched a couple of the 4-hour streams, but again, like I can't do multiple, I watched one 4-hour stream because someone told me that he talked about QuickSwap and Matic. So I watched it, like, I'm like just waiting and I watched the whole thing and he mentions it like at the end.
I like QuickSwap. I think QuickSwap is a really interesting new project, and I've got a little bit of it as well.
So actually, right after this live stream, we're going to make a video where I'm going to teach you how to use Uniswap and QuickSwap.
Yes.
Okay, so I skipped your comment. Sorry, I didn't see it. If you let me know what it is, Mel V. Tony, I will say it.
You skipped my comment.
Yeah, it says 2x speed. On Richard's, you can change the speed on YouTube to watch at 2x speed. Still 2 hours is still kind of long, guys. When Nerd Mom ICO NFT decks, who wants to help us fork Uniswap? That's what I want to know.
What does that mean?
So I see it
Maddie
like
Allen.
we need more channels like Hex Clips, not shorter live streams. Most people take the time to watch his streams, but for those that can't, watch the Hex Clips. Yeah. Yeah. Stay in the green room. Okay. Good to see everyone. Okay, from Melvi Tony. I don't know. Hexicans are not making the following point. The hatred for Hex comes from the fact that it will break the banking system. Yeah, but Bitcoin was designed to break the banking system. So why would there be hatred for something else that's going to help do that? That doesn't make any sense.
Good point. But there's a lot of hatred for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, there is.
There is from people who are, like, is Warren Buffett still an anti-Bitcoiner?
Yeah.
Okay, so he still hasn't. At least he hasn't admitted that he's gotten it.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So,
all right.
I don't know.
So this episode of DS. Thanks, guys. So guys, it's been. Throwaway. I guess we still have a few minutes. It's 25 minutes and 35 seconds. So we've got a few. If anybody has questions, if you have anything that you want to share.
Let's see. God, sorry. I'm drawing a blank here because I'm nervous. I think I've never been on a live stream before. So.
Yeah, thanks for agreeing to do this. I was like, oh my God, I didn't book a guest again because I was waiting. I was trying to get my maximalist friend on, which he's got some family stuff going on. And so I think this morning I was like, hey mom, yeah, you gotta be on this live stream with me.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's okay. This was fun.
Yeah. What's my mom's social? She's not on socials.
Yeah, no, I don't. I went off of, I was on Facebook for a while, but just, it was just too much. It was too much politics. So I said, no more of that.
Yeah.
Why do you want to know?
Because I want to follow you.
Oh, no, I don't post anything about crypto or anything.
Maybe you could get on Twitter and then you could post your pics.
Yeah, I could do that.
You guys will follow her?
You'd have to show me how to do it.
I will.
Okay. Nerd mom, I love it.
Okay, RG is appearing to join us. No, you don't want to be here? Okay.
Who's RG?
RG hosts Discourse Syndicate, and he is owns the media station, the media, or part owner of the media company that's sponsors this show.
Oh, hi RG.
So has Nerd Mom noticed increased interest in crypto amongst her friends?
Yes, definitely. There are people who were about to get in 2018, and they were asking me all kinds of questions like, can I make that much money? Because some people I did share with how much my coins had gone up, and got a few people excited about it, and they were about to invest when everything crashed. So I'm very glad that they didn't at that time. But yeah, I have had a few people call me with questions about, what are you in? What do you think are the best coins and that kind of stuff. So yeah, there has been a little bit of increased interest. And then let's see some family as well.
Yeah. Family, who?
Gary.
I thought that Gary got my uncle, my mom's brother.
Mm-hmm. I
thought that he got in 2017 with you and Grandma.
He did. He got in a tiny bit, but not so much. Just but he's more interested in it now. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, folks can't watch a 4-hour video of great stuff, but spend 8+ hours every day for years for college. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's a different world though. People are crazy busy right now.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So that's 30 minutes. I guess we're going to wrap this up. Always feel free to reach out to me and let me know if you guys have a guest that you want me to invite on in future weeks. I will do my best to get everyone on. Obviously want to talk to people from all different communities. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys, I'm sure, before next week, but next week for sure. Bye.